Action.
How do you use 3D printers in your classroom?
Well, we start off with a program called SolidWorks. It's a 3D program. The students come up with ideas or something that they want to use as a project or use for their project, and they'll design it in SolidWorks. Once they do that, SolidWorks will turn it over by saving it as an STL file, and then you just basically take it and put it into the software for the 3D printer and print out the actual product.
How does 3D printing work?
Well, it's very simple. When you hear printing, you think, paper and ink and stuff like that. But this actually, the reason they call it a printer is it doesn't build the actual model, it does print it layer by layer. You take there's actually two types of material used in 3D printing. And it looks like this right here. It looks almost like a weed eater line. This is your model material, which actually is what your model is built with. And then this, which looks pretty much the same, is your support material. So you feed that into here and it melts layers. And that's how 3D printing works. It melts layer on layer. The support material is basically what it is. It supports anything that needs holding up throughout the process because the process is heated. So it has to have something on top of a layer to actually hold that model up. So you use a lot of support in your printing.
What are some future applications for 3D printing?
Well, in the future, I mean, it's limitless. I have seen some speculation of using it as in industry, as doing inventory where you can print your product, you can insert a chip, and then continue printing. And as it goes into a warehouse, it'll automatically take inventory, and as it leaves, it'll take the inventory out. This is talking about on a major scale that way. Also in the medical field, they're using 3D printers now to try to find the best solution for cures for cancer. In the future, they're going to just expand on that. It can cut down time as far as treatments and stuff like that. That they can find what works best for different types of cancers. They're also, in the future, they're going to use them for more prosthetics. I know of one person, it's a technical college up north, they're using it now to create artificial hands for children overseas. And so with the upgrades and everything that you're going to have on this, you could actually have a working prototype of a hand for underprivileged countries and everything.
What are some problems with 3D printing?
Cost is the main problem. It's not cheap. To print out something of this size right here would probably be about $10. Okay, so if you're doing it as just projects and everything, it's very costly. But if you look at it as a whole, as an industry, you have with 3D printing, you have a turnaround time of less than 2 days on a prototype for your business to test and to evaluate. Whereas if you didn't have the 3D printing process, it would be several weeks and up into the thousands of dollars, where on a typical prototype would only be a couple of $100s. But like I said, the cost is the main problem with it. There is a lot of upkeep on it. You have to clean them a lot. The needles that do the melting and everything, that costs like $120 a piece. You'll probably go through 1 or 2 needles a year. The material, like I said, itself is pretty expensive. But as a whole, like I said, in prototyping, it is a cost-efficient way to do it.